According to Cesc Fabregas, Nwaneri can start the North London derby as he has so much quality. We've also got Raheem Sterling firing in training, and Mikel Arteta has finally put pen to paper and signed another 3-year deal at Arsenal. So there's a lot to get through today, Gunners, and if you are new here, as always, please hit the subscribe button and hit that like button. It will be greatly appreciated. But let's just start off by the man himself, Nwaneri, who Cesc Fabregas did speak about in an interview with BBC. He just talked about how Ethan has the quality, he's on the mind of Arteta, and he can start the North London derby. And I feel like that is something you love to hear from someone like Cesc Fabregas, who actually scored one of the best goals I've ever seen in a North London derby. So having that sort of praise, that confidence from a fellow midfielder like Cesc Fabregas, who came up through the ranks at a very, very young age, is great to see. And I back his case, to be honest. I feel like Ethan Nwaneri is certainly ready. I feel like the time maybe is now to announce himself on the biggest of stages, the biggest derby there is in football, in my opinion, the North London derby. Ethan Nwaneri replacing Ødegaard. The script is literally quite there. You don't even need to be any sort of a tactician to see the simple script that could happen on Sunday against Tottenham Hotspur. He could really announce himself in football and show everyone how good he is, because I just think this kid has got everything to play that role, to be creative, to receive the ball in the half turn, to strike the ball. He just has all the fundamentals that just makes me so happy when you see him playing for the Arsenal. And I feel like now, after pre-season, the sample size we've seen is great enough to suggest that Ethan Nwaneri's time is now, and maybe Mikel Arteta will trust him, thrust him in there, or maybe there's a new plan. A 4-4-2 has been spoken about in the media, with Jorginho and Partey in the pivot, and then you've got Havertz and Jesus up front together, Saka and Sterling wide. Could be a really, really good way to start that sort of a formation out, because I feel like 4-4-2 really does suit the shape of the team. But yeah, just absolutely incredible that Cesc Fabregas talking about the quality of Ethan Nwaneri and how he can start in the North London derby from a player who, of course, really announced himself on the biggest games in the biggest of stages for Arsenal, although he did leave us. But yeah, let's get on to the next piece of news, which is the Mikel Arteta new contract. Absolutely delighted he signed a new deal. I think it's one of the best things that has happened to the club. It's so crucial that we keep Mikel. I feel like it was crucial because Man City, Pep Guardiola situation, nobody knows what's going on there. Is he going to stay on for another season? It's all still very much in the air. So we still got to, kind of think about keeping Mikel, because once City come in, the money they offer, it can make anyone's head turn. But it's just great to see how committed Mikel Arteta is to now and to the Arsenal, and how much he wants us to improve and how much he wants us to do really, really well. So a 3-year deal for Mikel. Let's just have a little read of what he did say, because he had a little bit of a lovely interview, to be honest. Seeing what he's got to say is always a fantastic thing. And I feel like the biggest thing he actually said was about Stan and Josh Kroenke, saying that they're the hungriest sports people he has ever met. And I know a lot of us Arsenal fans have kind of dissed Kroenke for a very, very long time, talked about how poor they are, how they do not invest in the squad. But to hear from Mikel Arteta about their hunger, their desire for success, it is really, really good. And ultimately, if their success and sort of their desire for success is this much to make Mikel Arteta want to stay on, I think the future is very, very bright for us. We've just got a hungry set of people, right from the academy straight up to the, the heads of the club, Tim Lewis's, Kroenke's. Everybody wants success. Everyone's ready for success, and Mikel Arteta putting pen to paper will just build everyone's confidence now. We can really push on and really go for the big stuff, accolades. Let's just have a little read of what Mikel Arteta said upon that contract. He says, "I feel extremely proud, very excited, and I'm looking forward to what is coming next. I'm proud to be where I am and have the relationships that I have with everyone at the club. I feel extremely lucky to work every single day with good people and the ambition we have here. I feel very inspired, I feel challenged, I feel supported, and I want to do much more than what we've already done together. Together with the players and everyone at the club, we are looking forward to the coming years with our supporters who have emotionally transformed the club and the team. Our supporters have transformed individuals, and we are different now. You can tell that we are different, and for me, that is down to them. We look forward to continuing the journey together." I feel like it's absolutely incredible when you see the way that Mikel Arteta speaks. It's all about, this collective sort of family feeling, this relationship sort of thing. And I feel like when you have that from a manager, it is really, really special. He recognizes how important the players are, the fans are, the people in the club, the dinner ladies, from everyone in the club. He understands how important they are. And once you have that sort of feel within a club, success is just a given. When you've got that happy feel, that relationship feel from every single person, it's so key. So absolutely delighted that we've put pen to paper for Mikel Arteta. I've always been a fan of him. Right from the start, when people were doubting him, I always thought this guy, he can definitely take us to the very top. Now let's just get into the last bit of news really, and it is about, of course, Raheem Sterling, who apparently has been firing in training. Even the little clips that you do see, you're just like, wow, this guy looks really on it, hungry, has that desire, looks like he's there to prove a point. And I feel like it can really be this sort of situation where he ends up signing on again. I really do think it is. There's something quite special about this signing that is much different to many of the other signings we've made. A loan move from Chelsea, out in the cold, nobody really wanted him, he only wanted to come to Arsenal. I feel like there's a script there. Talking about Nwaneri having a sort of script, I feel like Raheem Sterling also has his own sort of script, and it's going to be so beautiful. And I do kind of hope he does start the North London derby. I feel like with a sort of space that Tottenham put in behind, I know Martinelli is really good in behind as well, but put the people in form, put the people firing. I mean, if we are going off training, purely off training, and just Sterling's sort of experience and skill and know-how, I feel like he has to start the North London derby. And I'm sure Mikel Arteta has a massive headache between Trossard, Martinelli and Sterling. But if you were to ask me, I feel like this is the sort of game where we've got to go for pace in behind. I love Trossard, but I really do not think this is the sort of game for him. I feel like it is a Sterling game. I feel like it's a game for pace, energy in the front line. This man here, Kai Havertz, I feel like has been absolutely incredible this season. Not sure if you guys saw the international break as well. I thought he was firing for Germany, scoring, of course, that penalty, his link-up play. He really is a havoc up there, and I feel like it's just that momentum now, getting him the consistent games, playing, you know, just up front, just keep him up front, Arteta. We know how deadly he is. I know it can be so tempting. The easy thing to do for Arteta now is just to move Havertz back into the midfield role, and yes, it gives us solidity, but we want to have him have that momentum. And I feel like moving him from the centre forward role where he scored 2 goals would be an absolute mistake, unless the plan is to go 4-4-2 with Gabriel Jesus and they can build that sort of a connection. But I do feel like Havertz up front through the centre with his hold-up play, how good he's been this season, but how good he was away to Spurs last season, assisting Saka scoring a goal too. It's incredible. I really do feel like it's incredible. And Kai Havertz is just ready to explode. And I feel like this year he can really push on for a 20-goal season. He's always dividing opinion, but I feel like the most important thing for us is that he's here and that he is firing. And in terms of international break news, of course, we know Ødegaard's out injured. Really gutting, to be honest. I'm so disappointed about that. Ødegaard, a captain, you know, I made a video about it, obviously got taken down, but I do feel like it's a massive blow for us. And of course, Nwaneri can obviously come in now, maybe be that person, maybe be the spark. But yeah, we're in a tricky situation. But I have belief in Arteta, who signed a new deal. I have belief in the boys. I have belief in everyone that we can really push on for that title. I know it's a draw against Brighton, but this is our year. Just keep on with it, Gunners. But yeah, anyway, that's it for now. Hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, peace.